training here. I know I haven't made a video in a while. I've been busy with a few things, but I'm going to start getting to uploading more regularly and hopefully put out more videos for you guys. So got a lot of great exciting content on the way. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up. And yeah, let's get right into it. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm starting a new series of videos called the No BS Masterclass. So if you didn't hear me, the No BS Masterclass, so no bullshit. Basically what I'm doing is I'm going to be talking about a range of different topics. We're going to be talking about bodybuilding, we're going to be talking about vertical jump training, simple motivation for life, entrepreneurship, and basically I'm going to give you guys a fact. I'm going to give you guys a cold, hard, concrete facts, no bullshit. We're going to jump right into it, and yeah, I'm just here to help you guys out, and hopefully, you know, my advice is going to resonate with you, and you guys can use it, whether it's in your workouts or just for general parts of life. So yeah, so what we're going to be talking about today is we're going to be focusing on bodybuilding, and the topic of today's video is a very popular one, a very simple one too. It's called how to gain muscle. Or in other words, you know, how to put on size, how to put on extra weight, whatever you guys want to call it, how to get big, how to get jacked. Same meaning. So I've got a few notes I've written down here on my phone, which are going to help me out with today's video. So I'm going to give you guys 5 tips today. 5 tips to help you guys put on muscle, put on size, help you get better gains in the gym. So let's jump right into it. So tip number 1, we've got make sure you're getting enough protein and calories. That's number 1. So let's just write that down. Getting enough protein and calories. So for those of you who don't know, protein is basically made up of different structures, I guess, of branched chain amino acids. So, you know, they're just chemically bonded together. So I'm not going to go into the chemistry of it because I don't think it's too important. But for the purpose of this video, I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about protein and, you know, how much you want to be getting, and also we're going to move on to calories too. So for protein's important, especially after you've cracked out a good workout. You know, your muscles are tired, sore, you know, you put strain on it, whatever you guys want to call it. So protein is important because it helps your body and your muscles and the tissue to repair and recover, which is very important because, you know, you're taking a lot of trauma, and I guess what they say is, you know, you're getting micro tears when you're working out at the gym. So protein is very important in order to recover, repair, and, you know, make your muscles stronger. So the amount you want to be getting with protein is, I would say, 0.8 to 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. So an example for this is me. I'm 100 kilograms or 225 pounds. So if I want to be aiming for 1 gram of protein, it's going to be 1 gram per pound, which is going to amount to 225 grams of protein per day. Alright, if you guys want to get the gram, if you just want to stick to 0.8 of a gram, same principle applies. 0.8 times your weight in pounds, you've got your amount of protein that you need per day. So that's the amount I would stick to. I'm sure some people go a lot higher, you know, the more advanced bodybuilders and people and athletes in that industry. You know, just for now, because you know, you're starting off, or even if you're intermediate, don't go too high with the protein. I would say stick to that amount. That's a good amount, and you know, you will definitely get gains from it. So that's for protein. And now let's get into calories. So calories are also very important, you know. So what makes up a calorie? You've got your carbs, you've got your fats, you've got your protein. So with calories, you also want to make sure you're getting the right amount, because people, all the time I hear them claiming, oh, I'm doing what I can, I'm working out 6 days a week, but for some reason I can't put weight on, I can't get big, I'm taking weight gainer shakes, I'm doing all these things. What these people are missing out is getting adequate amount of calories. Most of them are under the amount they should be getting, they're not eating enough, all sorts of reasons. Maybe they're playing high level sports and they're burning out a lot of calories. So you got to factor that into. It's not only about how much you eat. You got to know, what are all the other factors on the side that you're doing. For example, how much calories you're burning too, because it's all about your net calories for the day. Because if you're burning a lot, even if you're eating the amount which you're supposed to be eating to gain that amount of weight, you're burning a lot. So therefore, you're in a deficit. With calories, let's just get this off. There's a simple technique, I guess, or formula I use. So everyone's got something called the maintenance amount of calories, or the maintenance, whatever. So with the maintenance amount of calories, the way to calculate that, assuming you're active 3 times a week roughly, the way to calculate that is you multiply your body weight in kilograms times the number 33. So I'm 100 kilograms. My maintenance is 3,300 calories per day. Okay? So with that, you have 2 options. You can go 500 below, and that'll put you in a 500 calorie deficit. And with that, per week, if you do that every day for a week, you're going to lose approximately half a kilogram of weight, or about 1 pound per week. So that's if you're in a 500 calorie deficit. If you're in a 500 calorie surplus, the opposite's going to happen. You're going to gain half a kilogram per week. So it's really important to find the right amount. If you're someone that's trying to bulk up and put some weight on, I would say going anywhere from probably 200 to 500 above your maintenance amount. If you're trying to shred, if you're trying to get more ripped, you can do the same. You can go on that deficit amount. Because the video is called like how to gain muscle, how to get big, we're probably more focusing on the surplus. So that's a good amount you guys can target. Or you could even eat at maintenance. You can keep training. You're still going to gain muscle. It just really depends on your goals and what you're trying to achieve. So that's tip number 1. Make sure you're getting enough protein and also calories. So let's move on to tip number 2 now. For tip number 2, we've got make sure you prioritize and focus on compound exercises. All right. Prioritize compound exercises. Compound exercises, what are they? I'll give you guys a few examples. I'm sure you all know. You've got your squat, you've got your deadlift, you've got your bench press. Those are known as the big 3. You've got other ones. You've got military press. You've got seated dumbbell shoulder press. You've got push-ups, dips, pull-ups. All those are compound lifts. So the reason why they're compound lifts as opposed to an isolation exercise is because they're not just, I guess, targeting or isolating one small muscle group. They're working on a large range of different muscle groups, So apparently the deadlift works over 200 muscles in one lift. That's crazy. So with that, you're able to lift a higher amount of weight. And the benefit with that is it's putting more overall work or strain on the muscles because you are lifting heavier loads. And that's important because that's closely linked to increased levels of testosterone and also human growth hormone. So that's a very important point you guys should remember. Linked to higher levels growth hormone and testosterone. And those two building blocks of building muscle. What can I say? It's a no-brainer. I'm not going to go into the science of it. So also benefits of compound lifts. They also work your stabilizer muscles. So for example, you're doing a military press, your core is integrating too. So you're getting more than one muscle group worked at the same time, and that's extremely important. So I recommend when you guys are starting off, prioritize your compound exercises. There's a lot of benefits to come with it, and I guarantee you this will help you grow, gain muscle, and get big. So let's move on to point number 3 now. The third point I want to talk about now is recovery. Let's just dust this off. Recovery. Recovery is a no-brainer. It's extremely important. You're training, you're putting strain on your muscles, you've had a good session, you've worked out. What's left to do now? Your muscles need to recover. You need food, you need rest in order for your muscles to grow. It's a very simple concept. So I'll just go back to the notes which I wrote down here for recovery. So yeah, what I've got down here is, whilst we know the body can take more amounts of stress than we initially perceive, aka about the whole concept of overtraining, we still cannot deny the fact that recovery is important from a physical and a psychological mental standpoint. So I am a firm believer in overtraining. I do think it's important to push your limits, and if you guys can bang out more reps during the set, if you guys can bang out more reps during that set than you initially thought, by all means go for it, do drop sets, do try sets and all that. All I'm saying is you do still need to recover. Every plus has its minus, every north has its south. High amounts of workload and training and strain is recovery too. The two work together. So recovery is very important, and make sure you guys emphasize on it. So I would say when starting off with bodybuilding, that you should probably, I would say, train 4 to 5 times a week. That's a good amount. You get plenty of gains from that. So you've left 2 to 3 days to recover. And on your off days, go for a walk. If you want to have some excess calories, that's fine. Fuel yourself up, and also just do tasks away from the gym. So therefore, when you know that you're coming back for that next workout, you're extremely eager. You're ready to smash out some weights. And it's very important, physically and both mentally. So recovery is key. Allow adequate time to recover, and surely you guys will be on your way to get some great gains. Point number 4 is choosing high intensity interval training as a form of cardio over long distance or long duration cardio. So I'm sure you guys have all heard the term high intensity interval training. You can do on the treadmill, you can do sprints on the treadmill, you can do sprints in the park. I used to do 8 sets of, we measure out anywhere from 50 to 100 meter sprints. You can do swimming, you can go for a short burst of intense freestyle. So the reason I say you guys should prioritize high intensity interval training over long duration cardio is simple. So what I've got down here, from a muscle building standpoint, long duration cardio has actually proven to reduce muscle size and has led to atrophy over time. So that's bad because it puts your body in a catabolic state. And if we're trying to gain muscle here, it's very important we're doing anything to prevent the catabolic state. So the reason we choose HIIT over long duration cardio is because it provides all the same benefits and even more. So what's known about HIIT is it's actually better for fat burn than long duration cardio. This is scientifically proven. You guys can look up articles, you can watch videos about it. So if you're burning fat more efficiently than long duration cardio, then I would definitely pick this over that. And on top of that, it leads to an anabolic state too. It leads to actual muscle growth. Basically, you're hitting 2 birds with 1 stone there. So that's extremely important when you're trying to reach the goal of gaining muscle. So yeah, prioritize HIIT over long duration cardio. And what you want to focus on is short, very intense bursts of 10 to 30 seconds. That's what I recommend. You can do it in sets. You can do something called Tabata training. There's all sorts of forms. Just go to Google, type in HIIT training, and you guys will surely find a lot of great resources out there for it. So let's get into our last point now. Point number 5 is don't cheat yourself. That's what I like to call it. I'll explain in a second what I mean by don't cheat yourself. So one example with don't cheat yourself, you're doing your set of, let's say you're hitting triceps and you're trying to go for a burn. Let's say at home you've planned, 5 sets of 15 tricep extensions with a dumbbell. Alright, let's say you're on your 12th rep, and you just, for some reason, the weight you've picked and written down, you're just not feeling that burn enough. So when I say don't cheat yourself, it means, okay, add a few more extra reps. Why not? Do it until you can get that burn. Or, for the next set, use a higher weight. What I'm trying to say here is by following the phrase, don't cheat yourself, it's going to make sure that your workouts are done to the right amount and optimal intensity. So by doing that, you're going to make sure you guys get the right amount of gains that you're entitled to. So, even if you've planned the workout a certain way, and for some reason you're just not feeling that it's done what you expected it to, be flexible, change it up, So that's one example of don't cheat yourself. Another one is, I see it all the time. I see people go to the gym, they do their set, walk to the bubbler, take a few laps around the gym. Oh, hey, they just bumped into Bob. They want to say hi to Bob. They want to have a conversation about Bob's day. So all these things are not constructive because what I saw recently is another important way to build muscle is actually through the swell and drawing of blood in the pump during your set. That's one very important way. So what you're doing is when you're resting excessive amounts, you're actually giving time for that lactic acid and that swell to go away. So that's not efficient when it comes to bodybuilding. When it's to do with power training, by all means, yeah, you're trying to lift a heavy load, you're trying to be explosive, you've got to have longer rest periods. But bodybuilding, you want to keep your rests between, I'll say a minute to max 2 minutes between sets. If it's a really intense set, 2 minutes. If it's just, you're just doing biceps or something or triceps, 1 minute max. So you really want to make sure you keep that pump, keep that swell as you guys go on high reps, of course. So yeah, don't cheat yourself. Make sure you're being efficient in the gym. You're not wasting time. You're not doing laps around. So that's the second example. The third one is the kind of things you do outside of the gym, to focus on your goal of building muscle. So that's your calories. That's your rest. That's all those other things. It's what you're doing for your mental well-being too. Very important too. So another example is if you guys are just all the time going, you're training hard, but you keep going over your calories. You keep choosing the wrong foods. You choose foods high in trans fats and all bad nutrients that are associated with it, and you're like, oh, why aren't I looking this way? Why aren't I looking lean? Why are my muscles coming out? You've chosen that. You're cheating yourself. You've said that you're going to stick to an amount of calories. You keep going over it, so therefore it's not going to equate into the results that you were after. So number 5 is very important. Don't cheat yourself. Do all the things inside the gym and outside the gym to make sure you're getting efficient results and gains. So yeah, guys, these are my 5 pointers or tips I'm giving you guys today that have helped me over the years. I've been training since 2011, so it's been 8 years now. So I had a period where I stopped training for 2 years, so I'm just just sort of getting back to it now. So I'm not where I want to be, bodybuilding wise and strength wise, but I'm definitely getting back to it. So, but over the years, I was very consistent, and these tips have definitely helped me to gain size, gain strength, put on muscle, all the benefits associated with the gym. So yeah, guys, thanks for tuning into today's masterclass. I hope you enjoyed this first session of the No BS Masterclass. I've got a lot of new ones coming on the way. If you guys have any specific topics you want me to talk about, just send it to my email. My email is howtodunk, all lowercase letters, 25@gmail.com. Or you can just simply pop me a DM in my Instagram. I'm more than happy to scroll through my DMs and make sure I'm checking all of them. So yeah guys, thanks for tuning into today's video. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Leave a comment below on what you liked in this video, what you didn't like. I'll make sure my production quality is going to get better. I'm buying a new camera, I'm getting a better microphone. So, it's a work in progress, guys. This is my first masterclass I've ever done. So, got a whole lot of things to learn and I've got a whole lot of things to learn and also things to improve on in the future. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this masterclass. Give this video a like, thumbs up, and subscribe to my channel, Howtodunk. So yeah guys, I'll see you for the next masterclass. I'll probably do a video on vertical jump training. So we'll keep cycling through different topics.